Let's start with the contract. Is it a relief that you've got a new deal done, and why did it take so long to get sorted out?
Relief, yeah, I would say that, yeah, because it dragged on way too far. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm all sorted now. Because obviously, going into the last year of your contract, it's not ideal for me personally. That's what I don't think is ideal. Because obviously you never know what could happen in football. You look at what happened to Bennett the other day in training, literally just out of the blue. So yeah, the reason it took so long, it's obviously I'm not going to go too much into the depths of the contract, but what I can say is it was one of those things that had to be right for both parties, and that was the reason it took so long. But we got there in the end, so I'm absolutely delighted. It's all sorted now, and I've committed my future.
Nice one. Some fans might say that the way they saw it was that you didn't get a move. There was some confirmed interest. Lee Johnson admitted that Fulham were one of the clubs in for you during the summer. And some fans will say you didn't get a move in the summer, but now you're staying at Bristol City because you didn't get a move elsewhere, basically. What would you say to them about that?
Yeah, listen, it's what they obviously don't hear it from me, and I'm not going to openly just say, listen, but there's always interest. And that was the thing. I was coming into last year, my contracts. There was always going to be teams left, right, and centre. And if it's me being brutally honest, I always wanted to sign it. I just wanted to make sure it was right for me and the club at the same time. So messages to the fans is listen, and I even said it to them after games and stuff. Listen, I want it to get sorted. Blah blah blah. I just need to make sure it was right. So that's it, really.
That's great to hear. Just last one on that. The Irish Times reported you were frozen out at the end of last season. Is there any truth in that? And how's your relationship with Lee Johnson now? Is everything patched up? Are you going to be playing more often? Maybe.
No, well, it wasn't. No, well, if you're going off the question, frozen out. It wasn't. It was. I remember I had my LCL injury, and if I'm being honest, even when I came back, I wasn't fully fit because I missed 8 weeks out, and the gaffer. When I did kind of declare myself half fit-ish, and I remember just having open dialogue with the gaffer. I said, listen, I'm fit, but obviously I haven't got the minutes in me, I haven't got the sharpness, because I was out for a good 8 to 10 weeks. And we were both honest with each other, and he just said, listen, we got the good result against Millwall. I'm going to stick to the same 18. I respect it. I said, yeah, listen, you got to do, because at the time we still had a great chance to get in the playoffs. I know it was a bit slim towards the end, but we were honest with each other, and it was fine. Obviously, we didn't get the playoffs and stuff, which was a bit frustrating. But no, it was the frozen out thing. I don't know where that came from, but I'm not too sure, to be honest.
We'll come on to Bristol City in a second. Wanted to just ask you about Ireland. What do you make of Ireland's chances? Obviously, they're top of the qualifying group at the moment.
Yeah.
It's going well, isn't it?
I was just saying to in there, I don't want to speak too early about it, because obviously you look what happened in the World Cup. The World Cup qualifiers, we started great, and then results started to turn a little bit. So listen, we got a good group. Manager's been really good since he's come in, great ideas. So I'm just hoping we keep building on that. We've had some great results, obviously Switzerland game. So we just need to keep at it, and we'll see, really.
Just on Mick McCarthy, do you have a good relationship with him? And I just wondered, did you have to put in a word with Max OLeary, just have a little whisper in his ear about what it's like with the setup at the Poison Green, and maybe get him involved?
No, well, Mick, I'll start, firstly with Mick. He's a really, really good guy. That's what I've noticed. He's a really good man manager as well. And as a coach, he's brilliant. Well, listen, he's been around the game for so long. But I really respect him as well, as a man and as a coach. He comes up with good ideas, and that's probably the benefit of going away with Ireland. You're going into, and it's like a nice change of scenery, because you're going from one to the other, and it's different, and you can also bring things back and bring ideas to it, whether it be set pieces, how you defend them. So it's good. With Max, it was quite nice actually, because in the summer he got called in. I didn't see him for too long because I don't think he had his passport sorted in time. I think it was that. But now I remember speaking to the old goalkeeper coach about him because he was constantly asking, and the current one, Kelly, was asking me as well, what's he like? And I was throwing compliments left, right and centre, obviously. But good for him.
Yeah, and he's doing very well on loan, isn't it?
Yeah, he is, yeah. I still speak to him now, every now and then, drop him texts.
Yeah.
Yeah, got him well, Max.
On that sort of same subject then, Joe Morrell is at Lincoln, and I think your former boss has just taken over there, Michael Appleton. Will you speak to Joe at all? Maybe give him some tips on what he's in for?
Joe's already texted me, actually.
Has he?
He texted me the other day saying, we've been linked to him, what was he like? I just said, listen, he's really good for me, gave me a chance.
How highly do you rate him? Because he is very highly rated.
Yeah, I rate him very highly, actually, Michael Appleton. I got on really well with him. He trusted me, and he just let me get on with it, really. Playing me, he was good with managing me, because I think I was at an age where I was breaking through. I managed to score, I think it was 10 or 11 goals. I didn't start too many games, but he knew when to take me out, when to start me, and that was the big thing I noticed with him at the time. He was saying to me, listen, you just got to trust me on this. He said, sometimes I feel you're better as an impact in different games, whether who we're playing, with your pace and stuff. And that was the thing. At the time, I was this young, like, you got to start me every game. But he was really good, Michael Appleton. And listen, he had some good coaches, and we had a good team that season as well. But a lot of it was down to him. So hopefully, it'll be good for Joe Morrell. Because obviously, I rate Joe Morrell very highly. He's got so much ability, Joe Morrell, and he's done well to deserve the call up and start he had the other day for Wales. So
yeah, absolutely. We'll see how Michael does at the Imps. Just final one, sort of on Oxford United tangent. Have you spoken to Matty Taylor since he's been there, or did he ask you for any?
Oxford United. Well, no.
Obviously, he started out there, didn't he? But,
yeah, he did. He was. I remember watching. I never played with Matty Oxford because obviously I was, and obviously went to the same school, so I've known Matty for years. But I remember watching Matty when he made his Oxford debut. I was in the stand, so he obviously knows Oxford. But I still keep in touch with Matty every now and then. Get on well with his with Lisa and stuff. So I still keep in contact. Spoke to him after the Rovers game.
Yeah.
Obviously he got injured, but cause that's what I was saying. Make sure you go and score against them, because obviously Rovers. And
scored his first goal, didn't he, last weekend?
Yeah, and that was the message I sent to him recently. Just said, well done, mate, off the mark now. Really happy for you. So that's good. Obviously I didn't text Joe Morrell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I've seen this online on social media. Scott Davies, is that right? Former teammate of yours from Oxford.
Yeah.
Has he been here recently?
Yeah, Scotty came in for it was like a gambling chat. We had one last season, and I think it's part of the PFA. They go around.
Sort of thing,
Yeah, just talking through previous, obviously what's happened to him with the gambling side of things. It was just a talk, but it was quite funny because I played with Scotty for 2 years and get on really well with his family. So it was nice to see him as well yesterday.
I think it was your dad I saw tweeting about it.
Oh, did it? Yeah. Well, I think it's our dads and mum and my mum know each other as well. So
fair dues, right? Ashton Boys FC.
Yeah.
Am I right with this story that you saw them playing in the park?
Yeah.
And I think there's a big Bristol City fan, Rob Skeets, asked you to give them a motivational talk, and you then offered them some tips on how to bounce back from a defeat. Is this right?
Yeah.
And then do you know how they did after that?
Yeah. Obviously 7-0.
That's
was
right.
It was
7-0.
Yeah.
7-0. So.
Yeah, it was quite funny actually. Walking my dogs, and all of a sudden this ball comes towards me, and I was knackered anyway from training. So kicked it back, and he was, "Oh, Callum, do you fancy?" And I was like, "Oh." So I went over there, and they got all the boys in. A few of them knew me, and he just said, "Listen, like, have you got any?" And I just took over and said, "Yeah." Like, I'm asking how they're getting on and stuff. I was saying about bouncing back because obviously they lost. I said to them, I'm going to come every day now and watch you train, but it was the last time they were training there.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. I was just talking about believing in yourself, things that I wanted to hear when I was that age, growing up and stuff. When you're not sure, because obviously at the time then you don't know. It's football's serious at the time when you're in the academy, but I think it starts getting really serious when you're heading towards 16, and obviously the scholarships and stuff come involved. So time to make sure they really enjoy it as well.
And you enjoyed that? Could that possibly lead on to something in the future?
I don't know. Yeah, it could be. I haven't really looked too much at it. I think when you're still, it's one of those things. I think when you're a bit older, you look at. But I've always said I'd love to get into coaching, whether it be something like under 23s, 18s. But then it would be nice to be part of the first team. I like the environment. I like the match day buzz, the pressure to perform. I kind of like all that kind of stuff. So I think you never know. It could be. Just need to get on my badges now, I reckon.
Watch out, Lee. Yeah, okay. What's the mood in the camp at the moment, heading to Preston? And obviously the club's record isn't too good against Preston North End recently. I think it's 2011, the last win.
Yeah, that's all the fans. Every time I came out the other day after the game, they're all saying it to me. Oh, Preston at weekend. Oh, we don't.
Do you guys
I said to them, no, we don't, because I think a lot of it is with the squad's constantly changing. So there's a lot of players in our dressing room that don't know that. And that's the thing. I was saying we haven't really spoke about it, but obviously I know in a way because all the fans are telling me and this. But I think a lot of it is you just look at how well we're doing, how well they're doing it. That is more of a bigger factor, I think. Whether it be like loss and then that you're looking at, are they going to bounce back, or they've done all right, got a few wins and draws, and then you don't know what to expect from them. But I think on paper we potentially could be a better team. Hopefully we go there and get the 3 points, but we'll see. It's obviously away, rather it be at home, but we'll see. It'll be a tough game. It'll be cagey because obviously both teams are good and in good form, like the Swansea game. But I'm hoping we can create more chances. And listen, it's fantastic. The start we've had is brilliant. So it's just building on that and getting the consistency throughout the year as well.
Just finally, Callum, I wanted to ask you about the Benik injury. Were you in that training session when it happened, and what were your recollections of it, and have you spoken to Benik since then?
Yeah, well, Benik's been in a few times, but I was it was two sessions going on at the same time,
okay.
So I didn't see it, but he's actually he's shown me of it happening, but I couldn't really see too much of it from a distance, but it's frustrating because obviously he's a great player. Everyone knows how good he is and what he's done for us so far this season. So it's a bit annoying at the same time. But listen, these things happen in football. I think the good thing I was saying just then is our squad this season, where I notice it when the boys aren't playing or the boys on the bench or not in the squad. They're at it so much in training, and that's the good thing about it. They're not sacking it off. The standards are high. There's a lot of pressing going on. It's good. It's a good feel around the camp at the moment. So I've not really had that feeling for a while. So I'm hoping this season could be the one. Yeah.
Just last question: how do you see the Championship panning out currently? Do you look at the league table too much or not?
You just never know, though, do you? Yeah. God, the Championship. You look at some teams who they beat. Obviously, you've got your few teams where you know they're going to be up there, which I like to think we're in that team, in that kind of top half, top six. Let's just say, I don't know, relegation. I don't really want to call it, but promotion. I don't want to call it too early, but I don't know. I think we could potentially get automatics, but I think at least we've got to get playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's what I think. In fact, to put money on it, I'd say at least playoffs.
We'll see what happens. Thanks very much, Callum.
No worries,
Great to catch up with you, mate. And fantastic news on the contract. And
thank you.
Nice one.
Thank you.